gorgeous day here on Lake Wassookeag in Dexter, Maine. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of this end of the lake. It's gonna be about a mile and a half out and trip back. So we'll go ahead and spin the camera around so you can get the gorgeous view. Now, I'd say probably 80% of the homes and cottages you see here are seasonal. So people come up about Memorial Day to get their place open for the season. And then they winterize it around Columbus Day typically. This year, because of the pandemic, the lake is especially quiet due to certain travel restrictions into the state of Maine. So, the lake's pretty smooth today. I know it looks a little choppy. This is pretty smooth for this lake because, like I said before, it is about 5 miles long. And with it being so long, the wind can kick up the waves quite high. Last couple nights we've had some good storms coming through, and of course those can produce actual cat conditions in the lake. Luckily we don't have that today so far. So. What I'm going to do is take you guys down into this corner here, the lake, and there's a property we like to call the compound. The compound is owned by an executive of the Dexter Shoe Company up until it moved offshore. It's probably one of the larger properties on the lake. Very nice glass front house, and of course they've combined that property with 2 or 3 neighboring cottages. It is a rental property, so if you ever feel like coming up to Dexter, that is a gorgeous place to have a reunion or what have you, sleeping for probably 20 or 30 people. And I believe there are tennis courts and stuff as well on the property. We did see a small plane take off yesterday out of this corner of the lake. It was not a float plane, but on the other side of the bridge there where you see cars crossing, there is a field where a local takes their plane out of. So, planes aren't unusual up here. For many years, there were float planes on the lake. It's just that I'm not aware of any currently on the lake. They've mostly sold. So coming up here on the right is the property that I was talking about, the compound. Last I checked, this property was for rent for about $4,000 or $5,000 a week. very nice property. Here on the right, these are some relatively new properties that just went in the last few years. This corner, 50 plus years ago, there actually used to be some ski slopes, and the old rope pull was still there. We could go hiking through this area. There were actually picnic tables. Not entirely sure who owned it at the time. But we used to take the boats in here and walk around. Now, straight in front of us is a restaurant called Lake Shore. This is your typical hamburger, hot dog, seafood type of place. They also have an ice cream window. Very popular among both locals and tourists. It's been there probably for many, many decades in the local landmark. Currents can get a little strong in this area. used to take the sailboat down here, and unfortunately it's stuck in this cove. Fortunately, my sailboat was damaged by some winter ice and snow heaves up here, so I have to get a new sailboat. Like I say, that's the nicest way to travel around this lake, is by sailboat. It's super fun, because there's never a lack of wind on this lake. Now we're coming up on the bridge. And this separates what we call the Little Lake and the Big Lake. It is all Lake Wassookeag, but just divided by the roadway. You kind of have to be mindful going across this, underneath this bridge here, because boats do traverse this. Because the public boat drop, or boat launch, I should say, is on the other side of this bridge. So you have to be a little careful, watching for other boats. Looks like we might have one coming straight at us here. It's going a little quick to make it through the bridge, though. You have to be at idle. Looks like he's slowing down, so he's probably getting ready to come through. It's very, very narrow, very shallow. There are actually rocks on both sides. Next to Lake Shore is town beach and playground, as well as what used to be the town campground that has since closed and is no longer in operation prior to the pandemic. Up in the distance here, we can see an island. I've actually looked at this island before. I'm not going to scooch down there today, it's a little far for me right now. But up until last year, it was for sale. The caveat of that is it's mostly non-buildable. There are some old water tanks and things on that island, and there's no road access, so you have to put in a dock of some sort to get out there. And kind of a cool escape for the right person. We're gonna head back now. We can see the lake from a different angle. Water level is actually what a foot below the mark typically is. So there's only about 3 feet of water under the bridge. This cove here is a popular fishing spot because the town water line actually goes out into this cove here to pump the town's water.